Good afternoon. Welcome to Escalations Militaris. We are live right now. Donald Trump floods the skies with fighter jets to liberate Iran. Negotiations have failed. They are failing. And the 72-hour window of opportunity opens to launch the attack that will liberate Iran. Fam, your likes, your comments. This is Escalations Militaris. Let's begin. Let's begin. Good afternoon, family. Welcome to Escalations Militaris. We are live right now. It's February 26, 2026, 5 p.m. in Spain, 6 p.m. in Israel. We're practically 1 minute away from reaching that time. 3 hours. That's how long the first round of negotiations lasted today, and right now there's a technical break.
Yo creo que la pausa técnica es que están llevando.
And that's what's going to happen if the Ayatollah does it today, not tomorrow, not the day after, not even on Monday. Iran doesn't sign the agreement and the game is over today. The devil on its way. While we are live right now, more F-35 planes are arriving in the United Kingdom right now as we are live quickly. There they are. 1, 2, 3 tankers. Also, there's something that has changed. There are updates, important updates, really big ones. A while ago, F-15 and F-35 planes took off heading to the theater of operations from the United Kingdom. They've made room because others are coming. Flood, and not the Al-Aqsa flood. No, don't get it wrong. Flood of planes. Of Donald Trump, of the United States of America, of the good ones. Now we're going to see it here. Let's look at the details, and I say there are updates right now. February 26th, 2026. The United States of America, USA, has enough tanker planes deployed in Europe to build the largest highway of fighter jets and aerial refueling ever seen in history since World War II. The tanker planes are already on the United States of America's side. They don't have to cross the entire ocean. What am I referring to? Images right now live. We are seeing this. We are there. These tankers, which left from California, have only made it halfway across the ocean and have turned back. That's where these ones we're seeing pick them up. Here. There's no need to move more in-flight refueling equipment anymore. We're all here now. Everything's ready. That's exactly what's happening with this Pegasus. It's probably also carrying F-22 planes heading north. It'll reach this area up here, do a refueling transfer, and then they'll start flying to the other side. Meaning, I repeat and insist, the United States already has enough autonomous capability so they don't have to make the full trip and can go much faster. Also, the evacuations from Qatar already taking on biblical proportions. There's only one tanker left in Qatar. Now we're going to see it on the map. Get ready for what we've prepared here this evening on Escalations Militaris, the program. I'm not going to say it's urgent, not an emergency, but it is important, very important, because the negotiations, Iran's yes or no, are at stake. This was the moment. We are only negotiating about the nuclear program and lifting the sanctions. No negotiation is possible about the missiles. And there is nothing to say about shutting down Fordo, Isfahan, Natanz, or handing over the uranium. Now we are going to read it in full. And Donald Trump, who has 72 hours to tell the birds, the pretty birds heading to Iran, 72 hours. He doesn't say it. Estrategias militares. E-News 24 says it, and these... Okay. It was Nasrallah's funeral, the day when Israel did what it had to do. I remember the day before when I said Israel is going to do something at Nasrallah's funeral. Imagine if planes fly over there, or if an attack is launched, or something like that. It wasn't expected for this to happen. It was epic. It could happen again soon. Now we're talking about this story, but those who say that within 72 hours, Israel and the United States will attack Iran, that's what they're saying. Hezbollah is receiving information right now from who knows how, in which they talk about a 72-hour window to start hostilities against the United States of America and Israel. It could be, it could happen, it could take place. People say it's not going to happen, that it's not going to take place. And attention, breaking news. And that's how the 12-day war started. In the same place, in the same spot, in the same terminal. In Abadan, the fires were starting. Subscribe. There it is, fires right now in Abadan. In Iran, a petrochemical plant that's burning. Smoke is the first thing you see. The rest will no longer be accidental, but will be produced directly by the shock forces of Israel and the United States. More news, more images, is it? Modi, he's already gone. The Prime Minister of India has signed bilateral security agreements with Israel. We already have the eastern flank covered. They have spoken in private. There was a very special farewell. I want us to analyze the footage of how Modi hugged Bibi, how Bibi hugged Modi, and this only indicates one thing. We can see it here. Modi's hug, Bibi's hug. And now let's see, that's the moment, that's the look. Is India sticking with Israel to the ends of the earth? Hard days are coming, difficult days, but we already have the guarantee that a nuclear power in the region is supporting Israel. Iran had its own with Pakistan. Now Israel has its own with India. All right, good step. The moment in Geneva. At the embassy of Oman, Iranians and the United States were meeting in separate rooms. This was the moment when Iran requested a break after 3 hours of negotiations, specifically to call the Ayatollah and tell him what was going on. And The Ayatollah is not going to like it. The Ayatollah is not going to like this matter. He's not going to like it at all. Because what the United States has told him is not a negotiation. It's not a negotiation. Negotiating is one thing. What the United States of America has asked of Iran is something very different. We're going to see it here on Strategias Militaris. Pay attention to the negotiation process, which is a failure, towards something. Let's take a look. The United States has asked Iran the following. What's going on? The complete shutdown of Isfahan, Natanz, Fordo. The elimination of uranium enrichment facilities, the immediate handover of the uranium that exists in Iran, and in exchange, they are allowed to keep a single low-power reactor for medical research. What? In addition, the United States has told them that they have to dismantle their missile program and destroy the ones they already have. Tremendous. The talks have been both direct and indirect. Witkoff and Kushner have been there. Arechi has been there. Everyone has been there. What has Iran offered? Iran has offered a suspension of uranium enrichment for 3 to 5 years. That is, when Donald Trump leaves, we go back to the same issue. Dilute the reserves, but zero flexibility on the demand that Washington has asked for, and that is non-negotiable. Permanent zero enrichment on Iranian soil. The United States wants uranium enrichment in Iran to be stopped forever. What? What they've asked for. They've asked for it, and the Iranians are pretending not to notice. About missiles and uranium, nothing. And now what? Now, Donald Trump has called the cabinet for an emergency meeting tomorrow to make a decision at 3 p.m. Washington, D.C. time. Tomorrow is the day when Donald Trump has to decide. Tomorrow is the day when we will know if Iran will be liberated, or if Iran will end up enslaving us all. Tomorrow is the day when decisions are made, and they are not easy. Tomorrow, Israel also has to decide if what is being negotiated works for them, or if their security is worth more than any negotiation. Tomorrow is the day when we will see the resolution of this story. Fam, your likes, we are live. And pay attention to this. There it is. It's the departure of the aircraft carrier USS Gerald Ford from Suda Bay on the island of Crete, Greece. Icy mountains, calm seas. And at the moment it left, it had 17 hours left to reach the coast of Israel, with the tailwind heading to protect Israel. Right now, weather conditions in the Mediterranean. We're going to see it. Let's see how long it will take that aircraft carrier to reach the operations area and get into position. Let's take a look. Map right now, weather system, what we're seeing, wind blowing from west to east. This also helps with movement. We're seeing the ship here. Who? There's no bad weather. The weather isn't bad. Clouds. Lebanon, full of clouds. But the area we're interested in, where the aircraft carrier will be positioned, all this area we see here is not bad at all. Temperatures are 15 degrees, almost spring-like temperatures. In Israel, there's already some spring storms. This is incredible. It's February, and in Israel, it's already almost summer temperatures. Right. Has it ever snowed in Gaza? The images of it being terribly cold? And donate your money to Gaza because it's snowing and people are dying from the cold with the snow. It has never snowed in Gaza. It would be a miracle if it snowed in Gaza. All right, there is the USS Gerald Ford. We've spent a week arguing with people on social media about the sewage and toilet systems. Did it work or not if the ship was going to sink because it was loaded with organic substances? Now they'll say the kitchens don't work 24 hours. The ship has been in Saudi Arabia. It stopped. They got off, took a walk, loaded up, and left. 24 hours? There's a rush. If a quick attack wasn't going to be launched, the ship would have stayed there for a week. You remember what happened in Venezuela, right? When the Ford arrived at the island of St. Croix, it stayed there for a couple of days. It was there for 4 or 5 days, and then it left heading inland. And we already know what happened weeks later. 24 hours. That's where the key is. The speeds of what we're seeing and what's appearing right now in the skies. It's important, very, very important to understand that. My question is, are we going to see in the skies of Tehran the funeral of the Ayatollah with Israeli and American planes flying overhead? Are we going to see the V-2S coming into action? Are we going to see the F-22 shooting something down? We don't know. What's going to happen here? What's going to occur? La Pedra. Vivi. Hand in hand against a common enemy, Iran. Let's see what happens with this. Fam, we're still live. Okay. Oh my God. All right, we're going to the map now. Let's switch. Music off. There we go. Thank you, director. Thank you so much. We already have a production team. We didn't say music off. We don't have production. We don't have editors. We don't have anything. Here we do everything in-house. Pay attention to the map I've prepared for you an exclusive map. I can't stop looking at what's happening. We're ending up with a map that's scary. It's really, really scary. Let's go. Look at the little map we're building over here. Jin stopped to see us. Al Udeid, Qatar, a KC-135 that's still there. The rest have left. Al Sultan Base F-15 planes. And what might interest us most, two P-8 Poseidons, at least two. Let's continue. Next stop, Red Sea, Gulf of Aqaba, an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, and a SAR corvette for anti-air defense. A little higher up, today we finally have images, thanks to the ones that have been published from Ovda, where the F-22s have arrived. And people in Israel are asking, do we have a United States base now in Israel? People are wondering if it's normal or logical. Well, pay attention to the photograph. Image published by China. It doesn't matter if we show this since it's already public. No operation is put at risk. Subscribe to the channel. There they are. The other night we gave the exclusive in the Hispanic community that F-22 planes entered Israeli airspace and landed in the Negev desert at a base in the south that was not Nevatim. This is the image that confirms it. 11 F-22 planes because the 12th had a technical problem and had to return due to a fuel leak. 11 F-22 at the Ovda base. We see it around here. Something very, very, very striking catches our attention. I mentioned the other day that this base has some very well protected, hardened hangars. Can these planes be placed deep within this terrain and protected? We're seeing it here. Do you see? However, in the photo we're looking at, the planes are in a different position within the base. It's the position we're looking at, which has been resurfaced at this moment. We'll view it again, this time in a satellite image. And what does this tell me? There is a lot of criticism that the United States is not being careful when it comes to taking care of its planes, that a preemptive attack by Iran could destroy them in a missile salvo. But people miss one detail. That arrangement, which is the one we're seeing here, is the fastest, the closest one to be able to launch them in minutes. If Iran launches a missile attack, the United States would have to launch those planes in about 10 minutes. The United States would detect a preemptive attack before its launch due to intelligence infiltration alongside Israel. But the fact that the planes are not in the hangars and are in immediate combat readiness, which is what we're seeing in this photo, that they are on the runway, may indicate to us, thank you, that the operation is very, very close operation. But there's more. In this same base, a Patriot anti-aircraft missile system has also been deployed. a David sling system, and even an Iron Dome. These images are public. Nothing is put at risk. It's not a mystery. It's not a mystery. In fact, the Patriots are in another area. Here, we have permanent anti-aircraft missile batteries, radars, and protection systems. Without going into details, the base is protected, that's true, but the strategy is if Iran fires, we take off quickly. Also, because of that, right now, the crews of these planes are wearing their flight suits. They can scramble, they can take off quickly to avoid any chance of losing aircraft. All right, here we are. We're continuing the journey, fam. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see those likes and comments in the chat right now. This is super important. 13,000 people. We're going up little by little. We're going up. Tel Nof Air Base. We're not going to say anything about this, nothing to comment on. But something does catch our attention. Why are there 4 KC-135 tankers at Ben Gurion? Why? Why at a civilian airport? 4 tankers? Christoph Kiepe at nightfall. There are military bases not too far from here. There's one that could have the tankers. There's a runway for that. I mean, this base, which is perhaps one of the most important. Thank you. 2,500 meters of runway, it can launch the tankers. There was no problem with this. None at all. We have the Tel Nof base, which could also host the tankers. We can see it here. They could also take off. Here we have another runway of about 2,400 meters, more or less. This one is even longer, or we could think it's longer. Let's take some measurements. They're the same. They're all about 2,300, 2,400 meters. Why at Ben Gurion Airport? A civilian airport. What's the point? What's the philosophy behind all this? I have mine, I have my own. I'm not sure if I should share it right now, but I think I know what the strategy behind this whole story is. Especially because of the legal issue in the United States of America to get involved in a war with Iran. The fact of putting the F-22s on the runway, leaving 4 KC-135 tankers at Ben Gurion Airport, what does that mean? Does it indicate something? Interesting things, and even more. There are several options opening up, and here I'm asking for your input. 1. The United States deploys troops in Israel. And in the event that Iran launches a preemptive attack against Israel, the United States considers it a declaration of war against its deployed units. The KC-135s, for example, and the F-22s, as another example, are sitting ducks. Being there right now, they're sitting ducks. Could they be attacked? What is the other option? Thank you for watching the video. Israel begins the operation against Iran, launches the attack. Iran responds by attacking United States bases, whether in America or not, but at the moment when Iran launches the attack against Ben Gurion International Airport, and there are their planes, or against one of the bases where there are United States planes in Israel, casus belli. United States, the states enters the conflict. Or there could be another option, the deadliest one, the greatest of. Let's take a look at it. Let's go. Let's go. This one, this one. This could be the scariest option of all. B-52, B-1, B-2 bombers taking off from the United States of America, flying almost in a straight line, passing through Lajes. What we see here, refueling in Lajes, entering the Mediterranean, joining tankers that diagonally between Algeria and the Balearic Islands perform another refueling, continuing to the central Mediterranean area to be picked up by the tankers currently in Crete, no less than 7 tankers stationed there. Plus the electronic warfare aircraft that would be added to all this, plus the 2 E-3 Sentry that are there right now in Crete, and F-15 escort planes. Continue the journey, practically fly over the aircraft carrier, enter this area we see here, be refueled over Israel, and continue the journey towards Iran. Look there, the route we're left with. Let's see it now. And we observe. This is another possible option. We take off. We join all the forces, tankers, refueling this whole area, covered from here. Up to this area, from here everyone, up to Lajes. From here, the tankers take off and start refueling in 10 to 15, 20 minutes. The larger planes, the B-52s. We continue, we cross Gibraltar. Here we are supported by the tankers in Rota and Moron. We continue. Central Mediterranean. As we said, all the electronic warfare aircraft join the convoy along with the E-3 Sentry. We pick up passengers from the train, passengers from the Column of Freedom heading to Iran. We enter the Israel area and pick up everything we have here. Plus the planes from the USS Ford, which are dedicated to providing security and protection against the Iranian response. The planes that are here in Jordan, 30 F-35s, 6 F-18, Growlers, the F-16s. Another one. Well, the 6 E-3 Sentry are here, also the E-3S that are here. 6, so we already have 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 AWACS. 35 F-15S. We keep adding them all up. And there's another one, and you didn't know about this one? Near the border between Jordan, Syria, and Iraq, there's another air base that no one has mentioned yet. Here. Another exclusive. Again, the H4 base. These are bases that were used during the British era and have occasionally been used by the Jordanian Air Force, also in operations against ISIS and also during the Gulf War. And C-17 planes are also arriving there. We don't know who has landed there, but we know that the base is being used well. We already have this whole area that we see here. Imagine that convoy, B-2, B-1, B-52, planes, the F-15, F-35 all together in a mass. A real mass of planes that start entering Iraqi airspace with all the tankers. What's waiting in this area? Everyone refueling? For now, Iran has no options. And when the attack is about to be launched, with the planes orbiting over this area, they start destroying anti-air defenses, missile silos, launch a massive attack all the way to Tehran, and put an end to this whole story. Isfahan, Arak, Qom, Natanz, Fordow, all blown to pieces in one go. It could be no. With one of the loads, Ada, what a news mission. Martin scared. Asus. What do, guys? Right now about to enter Israel, more fighter jets. People who are in the Tel Aviv and Haifa area will start looking to the west. Because at 10,000 meters in a few minutes, fighter jets will pass by. There, we can see how they're approaching. It's not alone. There are 2 tankers. We've also learned that for security and operational reasons, a single tanker doesn't go alone. It has an escort in case there is a failure, so that the planes don't run out of fuel and the mission can continue. So they're working with 1 being necessary but 2 being vital, so that if one fails, the other takes its place. The United States is not taking any kind of risk in this operation. None. Look here. The train that's about to go down now with F-35 planes, they took off a little while ago from the United Kingdom. I was watching it live. Also, with a camera that was at the base, F-15 and F-35 planes took off. And look at them. Here they go. Here they go. This C-17, for example, is being refueled in flight, which means the C-17 heading south is fully loaded, maximum load, and it had to refuel in flight in order to take off. A lot of air defense equipment is being transported. A lot of equipment is being taken out from Qatar. A huge amount of equipment is being collected. And there are areas that right now we no longer see as operational, meaning that we see they are in silent mode. Look at this one here. When this starts to happen, the Sikorsky helicopters are working, they're on patrol. It's because there's significant security activity inside the airbase and the naval area of Rota. We're seeing that right now. I think I have it in mind. Is that route going to be established from the United States? An incredible show of power, a display. Planes are going to start taking off from everywhere. They're going to start taking off to keep joining, to keep adding up. And in the end, that's going to be impossible to stop. Impossible. Or just imagine it. Precisely, not far from Whiteman, from the airbase, there are 3 bases with B-52s, and the B-1S also have their base nearby. I think this weekend the baby is coming. We're in labor, fam. There are contractions. Let's also go with the last one now. What's going on? Are they meeting again or not? Right now, Israel bombing in Lebanon. We're now going to images from Lebanon. The operation may have already started. Maybe we're already in the middle of the war. Images from Lebanon. Explosions in Baalbek. Munitions. Missile launchers. Arsenals exploding. And we're going to see the official explanation about the attack. Official explanation from Israel. Istab. There we see it. Well, look at it. It's clear. Weapons warehouses. Why is Israel bombing these sites now if it hasn't bombed them before and it knew they were there? Because they are eliminating Hezbollah's ability to respond to an imminent attack. Israel is obviously concerned about what might happen in Lebanon because it's the closest threat. And it's no wonder. There is talk of indications, says Al-Mayadeen, which is Hezbollah's communication channel. There is talk of indications and the possibility of extending the talks until tomorrow. The Iranian side is showing great flexibility on the issue of enrichment. The United States side has not yet agreed to the total lifting of sanctions imposed on Iran. This is crazy. I don't know why Al-Mayadeen starts saying this nonsense. That the United States is going to lift all sanctions against Iran tomorrow. They're going to lift the sanctions. They're going to start exporting oil. And Israel is supposed to remain calm, even though some people will have missiles with nuclear warheads in a few weeks. I think people are living in Narnia. They don't really know what's going on here. The Iranian delegation is currently heading to the meeting room in Geneva. Right now, they are about to start meeting again in Geneva. Additional footage from Lebanon. I don't know what you all think about this thing about negotiating until tomorrow. That's how you negotiate. Big arsenals. Look at the mushroom cloud that's forming. I don't understand why people in Lebanon get so nervous when they see arsenals being built and weapons brought in. They know that eventually Israel will come and bring them down. It doesn't make much sense. It's not very logical for people to get so nervous. But, of course, if planes are still arriving from the other side and they're still being deployed, maybe it could be good for the United States to say today, well, let's keep negotiating for a second. Until everything is ready when they least expect it. I've always said that the attack is not going to start directly from the area of operations we're in right now, that is, from the area of Israel, the Middle East. Is that attack going to come from the United States or from another location? So they don't know, because otherwise it would be a real mess. Well, look at this. Oh my God. But what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I can't believe it. But they're sending the whole U.S. Air Force to the Middle East. Look, 1, 2, keep going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God. Well, this is something amazing. It's something huge. And this one is about to come in. This one is about to come in 6,000 meters. It's descending. It's gone down from 8,000 to 6,000. Could it be refueling right now, or could it be going to land in Tel Aviv? We don't know. We don't know. It's coming from the United Kingdom. More F-22s it could be, huh? It's just crazy. A full fleet of planes from the United States in the skies. It's complete, huh? Just look at this spot right here. All right, let's go with the super chats, fam. Let's go with your comments. Thank you for watching the video. I want explanations for all of this. I want to know what you think. What do you think about all this? We keep seeing the planes there. Let's hold that image for now. It's just incredible, huh? It's incredible to see this. Trump is about to look like a clown, unfortunately, says Adrian. I don't know why you say that. I don't know. I remember that with the situation in Venezuela, people used to say, they're not going to attack, they're not going to attack, they're not going to attack. Estrategius, stop insisting, they're not going to attack. Look, in what you're seeing there are many millions of dollars, too many for just a simple negotiation. You can negotiate by taking the B-2s to Diego Garcia and having them seen there for a week. You can do it by taking B-52 bombers to Cyprus. You can do it in 1,000 different ways. This isn't a pressure tactic. This deployment isn't a pressure deployment. This is a full-scale deployment to bring down an entire country. To launch a missile attack like in Operation Midnight Hammer, they didn't deploy this much. They didn't deploy so many planes. Also, since countries like the United Kingdom and France aren't willing to get involved or reach an agreement, the United States must deploy more planes. 100%. That's clear, but this isn't just a way to scare Iran. It's much more than that. Angel, thank you so much, really. Ray, thank you so much for supporting the Anti-Ayatollah channel. Thank you so much, Juan Luis. You can't launch C-17 model missiles from the Sea Galaxy. No, you can't from the Galaxy because I think it can't be opened in flight. I'm not sure, but the C-17 can launch 45 cruise missiles. That system we discussed the other day is already impressive. You've said it's immediate, maybe tomorrow. Only a few people know, and Trump alone decides. Nothing is predictable. I've said it's immediate, and I keep saying it's immediate, but the thing is, people don't understand what immediate means. At first, there was some movement, and I said, first you build up a strong mass of logistics and military, and when that's all set, when everything is ready, the attack comes. We're seeing that right now, at this very hour, fighter jets are still being transferred, which means the operation is going to take longer than expected. The aircraft carrier will reach the coast of Israel in about 12 hours. Thank you. We're entering Friday. Markets close Friday for Shabbat. In Israel, a 48-hour window of opportunity opens from Friday to Sunday, during which people are not moving around the country, unlike on a weekday. Public services can be reduced, people stay at home, there are shelters ready, and there are people who are already prepared. And it happens. Wars don't happen when we want them to. They happen when the opportunities arise. Also, weather conditions, enemy factors, enemy positioning, high-value targets that are within reach and can be eliminated at that moment. Targets of opportunity and all those factors combined will prompt the Pentagon to act when Donald Trump gives the order saying, yes, let's go after them. At that point, Donald Trump leaves the situation, and it's the Pentagon that decides how, when, and in what way to set the tone for the attacks on Iran that are coming. Obviously, Escalations Militaris doesn't have a crystal ball. I don't work for the Pentagon, much less for Mossad. And we don't know when it's going to happen. That's clear, but that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. If not, the economic spending for the United States is a failure. They have abandoned the Israelis, and Israel is not going to accept it, because this is another issue. Even if the United States negotiates that agreement, Israel, as long as the ballistic missiles are not destroyed, is not going to let it go. Israel is going to launch an attack. With or without the United States, it will launch it. And if it has to drag the United States in, it will drag them in. So tense, full suspense, freedom for Iran? Thank you for the super chat, Dan. Hi, Escalations. Do you think India will join the attack before nukes are used? Greetings. No. India factor. It's there to support an important sector, which is that Pakistan has nuclear weapons. We can't know what reaction Pakistan might have in the event of a unilateral attack by Israel on Iran, in which the Ayatollahs are taken out. Sorry, Pakistanis are mostly Sunnis. There is a part that is Shia, obviously, but there are military cooperation agreements between Pakistan and Iran. They are rivals, but they are not. They are as distant as they are in having a common enemy, which is Israel. So what Israel has done is secure its position. Another option, the option of India, an option in a different sector, in a different combat scenario, to have a strong ally in case of emergency. But what could happen? There, will India be side by side with Israel? Many things could happen in this story. Greetings to Beersheba, hug to my friend. Most believe it will be an attack to end the regime, but I think targeted attacks will be used. The regime will continue with Revolutionary Guard leaders. Actually, I don't think so. There won't be a prolonged war. I think it will be with the Iranian army, who will be spoken to directly, so that there is a Venezuela-type transition, but not with the Revolutionary Guard. Andrea, the wind from the plains will mess up your hair. Be careful. I'm protected in my bunker, very protected. Carlos, Matthew 16:26. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world but loses his soul? What can a man trade for his soul? A spiritual moment as well, here at Escalations Militaris. Thank you for that membership. We are live right now. Family. Negotiations are ongoing. Tonight we will learn much more. Tonight we will have more details about what is happening, about what is going on right now. And what is important. Thank you. And there's breaking news. Attention, attention. We have breaking news, family. Right now, your likes. If you're not subscribed to the channel, we have breaking. We're going to the Persian Gulf because some important information has just been leaked. Very, very important, vital information. Breaking news right now. News. Bahrain, the base of the Fifth Fleet, the United States Navy. Has evacuated its facilities and has left only security personnel with 100 troops. Bahrain has been evacuated. The Fifth Fleet headquarters. evacuated and all the ships have left the headquarters. The fish are in the water. This is what I mean. These are moves that are already showing you and teaching you what's going to happen. The United States Navy, 5th Fleet Headquarters in Bahrain, has been reduced to only mission-critical personnel, with fewer than 100 personnel remaining. This means that the United States knows it cannot fully defend its military bases on the Persian Gulf Coast, that they are going to be attacked, that they are going to be destroyed, possibly damaged, but that this attack will come at a low cost of American lives, because they will all be evacuated to a safe zone where they will project their force from a sufficient distance. That's why, precisely, we saw that there's only one tanker left in Qatar, and that personnel are being evacuated by plane. Today we've seen all the C-17 planes flying, leaving the area. And here it is. Here it's arriving. Well, yes, it seems like it's going to Ben Gurion. It looks like another tanker plane is coming to Israel. There it is. At 2,000 meters and going down, descending. Already lining up with the Ben Gurion runway. Take a look at these details here. And GPS interference. Why? What's there? Right in this area, there's a gas plant. There are jamming systems to divert drones and missiles. The tanker just passed right over and its signal was diverted. It's gonna land, right? Let's see if they let us see it today. Thanks for watching the video. There we are, arriving in Israel. KC-46, a Pegasus, coming from Portsmouth, United Kingdom. We're live, folks. Real-time information about what's happening right now. Who put on Escalations? It was Dad. Congratulations. No. I don't understand anything. Nothing. Let's see. Let Judio Historia explain this matter to me. Greetings to my brother Ariel Kaniewski. Coming soon. The Kaniewski brothers live. The question is, how will it be this time? The answer is out there, outside. There we see it, lining up. 2,000 meters and descending. Our friends who are right there right now. In Tel Aviv, a plane from the United States Air Force is about to land. An important tanker, a tanker, at this moment. We are live, family. We are live right now, here, Escalations. 16,000 people. Let's see, where's it going? Maybe it's going to turn around, it's going to come in, maybe from behind. Thank you. Right now entering over Israel. If you're in Israel, take a look. You can see it. It's a big aircraft, huh? This one is big. We need to see if it's accompanied by fighter jets or not. Ben Gurion Airport to the right. That's where we're going. Keep the camera there. - 2,000 meters. This had never been seen in war before. During the 12 days, yes, they were deployed, but not in this way. But what's wrong with people? I don't get the chat. Some things people say there are unbelievable.
No sé, bueno.
Let's see if the one who became a father was Ariel Kanieski, not Estrategius Kanieski. But where is this plane going? It's going to turn, it's going to turn, it's going to turn, it's going to come in, it's going to come in, it's going to come in. Let's watch the turn. Let's watch the turn. Don't cut it. Don't cut the transponder, please. We want to land in the Holy Land. Don't cut it. Or maybe they've already cut it, huh? No, they haven't cut it. It's about to start turning here. Let's see which runway he uses, right? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's total chaos right now. What madness. What absolute madness. Let's see what the Iranian sources are saying. This also seems very interesting to me. Of course, since they're meeting now, right? Well, I don't know. Here's a video. Really amazing. 1,800 meters. Speaking of birds, it's filling the sky. It's just that this... What the hell is this? We received a video from Morocco. What is this? What? Is it a plague? Just what we needed. Oh my God, World War III already. Everyone is hysterical.
A plague in Africa? Locusts. I can't believe it. Look. It's amazing, isn't it?
Let's see. Who needs to get out of the car to go to the bathroom? But this is artificial intelligence, right? No, this is real. No, I don't know. All right, how's our plane doing? How's it going? Okay, come on, let's focus. Let's focus. Oh my, now there are plagues and everything. Now we're just missing flying frogs and things like that. Ah, okay, now it's descending. Let's see, when I said we're already having labor pains, contractions. It's because of Iran, not because of... For now, we don't plan to expand the team. Hey, where's it going? 1,500 meters. Let's see. Yes, it's turning, it's going to land. Well, a C-17 is coming. This is good, huh? A C-17 is coming from the base where the F-22s are, and it's going to land. All right, let's see the C-17 first. No, it's not going to land. It's going to fly over Ben Gurion at 10,000 meters. All right, this one is leading. And the Pegasus, which is coming. She. There we are. We already have the plague. We're just missing earthquakes. And then we're in trouble. 16,000 people. Right now, folks, we're live watching the landing of the tanker at Ben Gurion. There it is, approach maneuver to Ben Gurion. Good place, good country, Israel. You have to visit it. If you want to take a nice tour with a great specialized guide, you have Hudio Historia. Ariel Kanieski, who organizes personalized travel groups. It's a unique experience. I'll join one soon, thanks. But nobody will know that I'm there. Ariel and I already discussed it. No one will notice. I'm going to wear a wig and everything will be ready. Everything will be well prepared. Where are we going? Let's go. This is super weird. It has to turn even more. It has to turn more, go that way. The operations in Lebanon. What did Naim Kachin say yesterday? That if they don't kill the Ayatollah, they won't get involved. They won't get involved. If they don't kill the Ayatollah, they won't get involved. I think they're cowards.
Don't call me a coward. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Nice shot, huh? There's the IDF dishing it out. Come on. Now it's happening. It's going straight and it's going to go down to the airport. Let's watch it. Let's read some comments while we wait. What do you think about the morale of the crew on the Ford aircraft carrier and the bathrooms? Toilets? Oh my. Me. There are times when journalists get really bored. They get very bored. And they start saying nonsense just to fill space and fill content, right? That they were throwing t-shirts into the toilets to block the ship. I mean, to me, that's just like crappy sabotage. They want to sabotage the aircraft carrier with crap. All right, that's it. I'll buy it tomorrow. Could it be that the kitchen isn't working, given that the movie theater no longer streams Netflix? And who knows what they'll say in a couple of days anyway. The Iranians, let them do their thing. That will only happen if Israel attacks. The U.S. won't do it, so let them attack. Israel, which can also do it, will have to drag the fearful Trump to bring down the Ayatollah. I like him, but he's too soft with the regimes. No, he's going to attack. He's going to attack. Don't worry, he's going to attack. I've talked to POTUS. We've messaged each other, and he's going to attack. Membership memories of Andrea VR, who is here every day. 24 hours. Thank you so much, Andrea. Do you agree Israel will have to drag him? Well, I don't agree. They can do it if the agreement they sign isn't good. I also don't think Marco Rubio will accept this. I don't think he's going to accept it. He can't accept it. Now, yes, now we're landing, fam. We're landing. Whoa, this is getting wild, right? Let's see how we're doing. Look, the GPS interference is the jump it made from here to here. Look at it, look at it. The plane goes crazy. The electronic warfare systems go crazy. This one has already landed. It's already on the ground. The plane has already landed. But look at you going around in circles. This is what I've been saying for days, isn't it? There's GPS interference in Israel and things aren't working. Well, now we have 5 tankers. 5. We need to update the map. We had a number, I think I remember, of 4, but now we have 5. We change it 5. Imagine if we get it right later. Imagine if this actually comes true. We don't know. We don't know. We're live, a family of 16,000 people. Let's see the result. What's going to happen with this story? They're going to say yes, that they're going to hand over the uranium. They're going to surrender. It's a surrender. It's really a surrender. Either these people come in good faith, or this is going to blow up here. It's much more likely to blow up than for them to come in good faith. It's too much. Everyone is saying it. It's too much, what's being deployed. It's a lot of money at stake. Trump obviously has his own interests. Bibi has his. Everyone has their own reasons. Their own way of seeing things. I've already mentioned it, that the United States wants to control oil. It needs to control Iranian oil to leave China without options. And it's the only way, it's the only blessed way. An F-15 plane orbiting right now, orbiting over this area. They're doing training. The crews are also doing training. And they keep coming. More planes keep arriving. Wow, here we see them coming in from the north of England. They keep coming, and planes keep passing by. That's where the story is, folks. That's where we are right now. With all this, I hope you enjoyed the live stream. We'll be back tonight, for sure. We'll be back tonight with more information. Let's see what happened with this matter. The matter of the negotiations. If we're going straight into a war or not, if tonight they even start attacking, we don't know. Only God, Trump, and Bibi know the answer. See you in the next show here on Strategias Militaris. Cheers.